Don't believe, just know. Cymatic TV, turning vibration into reality. Hello and welcome to your energy update. It's been so long, I think, since I've done one of these. I've been travelling quite a bit. I've been in the UK for the last couple of months. And the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks has been literally just travelling around. So I haven't really been able to, or had any real time to do any of these energy updates. And as per usual, I stopped doing it and the sun kicks off. What's going on? What's the sun playing at? So what's been going on in the sun? A lot, quite a bit, really. We've had several Earth-directed flares. One of them was a filament energy, which arrived last Friday. And then we had another M2 flare, that came through yesterday. That'll be Sunday. So these are all kicking off from the 9th, going through to now. There was another one this morning, which is the 14th. So we had that solar flare arrived on the 13th. We had another one kick off today, so that should be here in the next sort of 2 days, and it's non-stop. Those last two have been traditional solar flares, and they did create a lot of activity in the X-ray, in the KP index. So yesterday there was two whammies, because there was that filament energy that arrived earlier on, and that was mainly Venus directed. And we got a slight whiff of it as it went past. But the interesting thing is that once it hit Venus, which would have been sort of Friday or Saturday, once it hit Venus, then it would have cut the flow of the vibration coming from Venus towards Earth on the Sunday, which is the same time as what we got the other M2 flare coming through. You'll see this either one side or the other, or put it up instead of me, one of the time. So you'll see all of this going on. And so that means it cuts out that water vibration and that emotional side of life. So I don't know if you've noticed over this weekend a certain disconnection to the emotional driven general human state at the moment. I feel like I have. I feel like there's a bit of a kind of going, yeah, whatever sort of situation now. I think we're all emotionally very tired of this constant badgering by grown-ups who can't get it right, so who are supposed to be in positions of power, and you just kind of think, what the is going on? We teach kids at school not to fight at school and, to be nice to one another. And then we let the leaders do what they like, And every side, this is it. This is the whole thing. On every single side. I can't look around the earth at the moment and kind of going, you know what? I think that's a decent leader. I can't see one. So, we're in a very poor state of affairs, really. And this energy is compacting that. It seems to be wearing it out. So that cutting off of the emotions, that means, we won't be emotionally triggered so much by certain things. But also it's, in theory, you could say it's cutting off the love, but the love for what? That's the thing. Love can have two sides, can be very jealous. So you'll have to obviously see according to yourself how it is affecting you, and how it's affecting your sort of relationships at the moment. Because that's what you might have felt over this weekend. You might have felt a desire as well to sort of move, get on and do things and stuff like that, and it not quite hitting the button really, not quite connecting. As I say, I've been travelling for the last 2 weeks, so I've been a little bit disconnected to everything really, which has been quite nice, got to be said. So this is first time I've been down the line for a week now, so I haven't really seen what's been going on the lines. I'm back down in DAX at the moment, and as you can see behind me there, That's the ball ring. Very Romanesque. That's the ball ring, and we've got the line that comes through just through there, and it's coming through the park. I'm actually sitting on it now with Cody, my dog. We're just going to go for a much bigger walk because also he'd be complaining like a madman. Yeah, so we're sitting on the line at the moment and seeing what's coming through. It seems to be very thick, is the best way to describe it. This is a female line, so it should be a lot lighter than this, really, seeing the sort of energies that have come through. But then that could well be that Venus energy that's being cut off to us as we're in its trailing Venus at the moment, and as the solar flare hits it, it knocks out its trail, as it were, you know. So you may think it's that there's energy there, but it's thick and it can't be really, you know, handled with ease. It's a bit, I think it's really affected the earth signs as well, more than anything else. And could have knocked the earth signs a little bit, you know, especially Taurus, and I think Capricorn as well. Be good to hear from any Virgos out there, how you've been doing over the last few days. Because as I say, I've been a bit disconnected, so I'm relying on you, on you lot to tell me how you've been over the last week, how you have been from, say, like Thursday. You know, give us an account in the comments below. You know, obviously, as long as it's not too personal. If it is really personal and you want to talk about it, send me a message, you know, and I'll, you know, we'll keep you anonymous. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a video on Instagram, on the Astroflower Instagram. So make sure you get over on that, because we're connecting a lot of the solar activity and basically star signs and your elements and stuff like that. So get over there. Tanya's been doing a great job. She's a bit under the weather at the moment, but so I'm just sorting out Cody. He's having a conversation with another dog. And so I've been a bit under the weather, really. No, it's Tanya's been a bit under the weather at the moment. And so, you know, we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing some lives on Instagram about how it's affecting each sort of signs and stuff like that. It's a bit of a chat more than anything. So get over there onto the Astroflower Instagram page, and you'll see this week we'll be having and doing a few lives and stuff like that, so we can talk and answer questions and try and find a solution between all of us. So, yeah, let me just get into, I'm actually sitting down on a bench, which is quite nice. I'm in the middle of town. I'm in the middle of a park. We've got the river just over there, bullfighting ring just over there, and the cathedral just over there, over that way. So that's the bullfighting ring behind me there. So it's a nice park with a bandstand, but it's a mixture of a male and female's energies. Well, I've come in the middle of the frequency. Okay, there it goes. Third eye, heavy, hard, difficult to see the future. Goes up to the crown. Comes back down to the root, then we start hitting the sacrum. Sacrum, like the third eye, heavy, difficult. Plexus solus, really light, really light. It's almost like the heart chakra light. And then goes up to the throat, which is easier. It's not too bad. And there's the heart. A little bit skitty. It goes down into the root. There's a little bit in the sacrum as it goes through to finish the thing. So, let me just try and see if there's an overall message in that. This was coming out in the cards a lot on the Astroflower actually, but Temperance kept coming up loads. And the Temperance card is all about patience, but it's all about timing as well, as far as I can tell. So it's patience is because you're waiting for something to happen. So when it happens, then you move into action. That's what I mean by timing. And that can happen more than once in a day. So this is a case where it seems to be like, the first message I got was sort of just keep your head down. Don't stick it out the hole to get whacked off at the moment. And it may be for others that you're feeling highly emotionally taunt is the best way to describe it. So if you're emotionally taunt, for those who aren't emotionally taunt, and neither is one that is better than the other. We all get that emotional taunt moment, and it depends on your sign and the sort of solar weather that's going through. But at the moment, I think it's going to be affecting mainly sort of fire signs and, water signs as well. I think water signs will be very quick to the whip, as it were. And I think fire signs will be a lot more sort of zippy in, let's do it. For earth signs, I think it's going to be hard work. It seems to be like, trying to step forward, and there's just one thing that turns up after another that's just a little bit, it blocks the situation. For air signs, sorry, I was just grabbing my tea. For air signs, you're going to be in a place where you're going to get down and get on and do work. It's going to stimulate you, but it's going to be an outside stimulation, I think, more than anything else. So you're going to be stimulated by what's going on around you, the conversations, the work, the building projects and stuff like that. Actually, sort of like doing a lot of thinking and preparation and that sort of thing. So it should be pretty good for air signs. You may feel a little bit, though, by the end of it, by Tuesday, by tomorrow, you might feel a little bit overrun. But, there you go. That's a different sign. So, the Temperance card came out, and it's all about sort of like patience and stuff like that. And there is this whole sort of, it seems like that transition. It's almost as if like we're into that pre-equinox energy where things are coming into balance, where some are starting new journeys, some are ending journeys, some are, we all seem to be going through that transition, either starting or ending. And when you're ending, you're going to be starting something else, you know what I mean? That's just the way life goes. So it seems a little bit like that, like, the water's just a little bit muddy, and it needs to be cleared a little bit and cleaned out. It's a definite, overall, globally, human race is a definite moment of kind of going, this is not working. What we're doing does not work. The way we do and deal with society as a collective does not work. And I think there's a lot of people kind of, it seems to be the energy is kind of sort of saying, now something else needs to take its place, needs to be put into place. Another way of doing things, which is much more inclusive to everything and everyone, and we get rid of the extremes, because it's only the extremes that make us really stupid, regardless of the extreme, you know what I mean? If you look at politics, extreme right is as fucking bonkers as extreme left. Do you know what I mean? You know, you try and grow up with a couple of kids and dogs and stuff like that in extremeness. It's not the best recipe. So, yeah, it's that transitional sort of thing. So it'd be good to see what the equinox is coming up and giving us. Yeah. So I guess the message for this week is sort of, you know, keep your nose to the grindstone. Some of you just keep your head down. Others, you know, have a look around, and you know, fire signs, just keep rocking. But in general, be part of that change. You know, everyone says sort of like be the change you want to see. That's exactly what it is at the moment. That's what it feels like. This present moment, sort of kind of, it's asking everybody to sort of just step up to the plate and be the change you want to see. So that means in your everyday life, in every little action, saying hello to people that you don't know, just because you pass them and you make eye contact. You know, you don't have to have a massive conversation. You just have to sort of say, hi, I recognise you, and you recognise me, and we could live together perfectly. It'd be great. But, so that's all that part of that sort of change that's coming through, that new paradigm of doing things and walking away from centralised power and weird sort of systems that have been there for 400, 500 years, you know. So, good time for a change, yeah. So don't forget, go onto the Instagram. You can go onto Cymatic TV, but we're going to be doing quite a few videos on the Astroflower Instagram according to the solar weather and pulling a few cards and stuff like that. I've also got the videos on the sister channel on the Astroflower on YouTube. There'll be a link in the description below where I'm going to be doing the tarot card reading updates, which is great fun, tarot card reading updates according to the elements and qualities in the readings that I've done over the weekend for the weeklies. So get over there and have a look at that. In the meantime, everybody, it's been a bit of a long one, isn't it? You know, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.
Don't believe, just know. Cymatic TV, turning vibration into reality.